Today what we're going to talk about is edge sharpening and beveling on your skis. This is part 2 of our 3-part course. We teach this course during clinics at the shop Tuesdays and Thursday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. First thing you want to do when you're starting to sharpen your edge is make sure that you get all the burrs off the base edge and the side edge of your ski. We do that with a shop stone. Very simply, hold the shop stone against the base edge, so flat against the base edge, and pull those burrs off. Once again on the side edge, just follow down the edge, parallel with the edge surface. Take any kind of burrs off of the edge until it's smooth. And the burrs usually occur when you hit a rock, and they case harden the edge, and they're very difficult to file through. So we want to make sure that's clean and those burrs are gone before we start filing the edge. When you start filing an edge of a ski, you want to start with your base edge first and then blend in with your side edge. I have my ski in the bench, secure, and what we're going to do a little bit of base filing. This particular ski is going to have a 1-degree base edge bevel and a 3-degree side edge bevel. To achieve our 1-degree base edge bevel, we're going to use the Final Cut tool from Sun Valley Ski Tools. It's a tool that holds a base file like this and gives an automatic 1-degree base edge bevel. You put the feet of the tool on the edge itself. The file always rests with the tang of the file to your upper left, the butt of the file to the lower right, at an angle like this. I start at the tip and I use overlapping strokes so that I'm cutting edge off the base. And I work the ski in thirds. Using overlapping strokes once again, the file is cutting on the downstroke. When I push it back, I loosen my pressure and I put a little bit more pressure as I pull. The file will only cut in this direction. Now we have a 1-degree base edge bevel on our base edge. We want to put a 3-degree side edge bevel on our side edge. In order to do that, I'm going to have to take off a little bit of the sidewall here to allow my file to rest at a 3-degree angle. I'm going to use something called a sidewall plane to do that. And what it'll do is take off just a little bit of the sidewall that's on top of the edge. Clean that up so that my file will be able to contact edge all the way across. If I file it and I'm contacting just fiberglass here at the top of the edge, I'm not going to get the appropriate bevel angle I'm looking for. So I can remove that little bit of top edge, and now I know that my file is going to hit edge all the way down. We're going to use a base edge guide. This is a Sun Valley Ski Tools. It says 93. Some companies use 87 as the designation. It's the same thing, 93, 87. It's a 3-degree tool. It's got a stainless steel plate on it that rests against the base so it doesn't scratch the base as it moves over it. I'm going to use a small 5-inch ice cut file. I'm going to put it onto my file guide with a clamp. And once again, I'm going to use short overlapping strokes to file the edge. Now, basically I'm running the file guide in a circular motion like this, pressing on the downstroke and letting up my pressure on the upstroke. It's really important that you clean the tool out because you will get filings like this in the tool, and you don't want to smush those into the edge. Then you'll have to get your stone out and stone those off and refile it. But we're looking for nice long pulls of filings that come off the file. Every once in a while, clean out your edge guide, clamp the file back on, and continue down the edge in overlapping strokes for 1/3 of the ski, and then maybe finish up with a couple of nice long strokes in that area. Now I'm going to work the second section, overlapping strokes, and finish off with a couple of nice long strokes. A couple of little helpful hints. A lot of people neglect to sharpen the tips of their skis and the tails of their skis. It's important that you do that. This is the first contact that your ski makes when you hit a mogul or any kind of a depression in the snow. You want that ski to react like the rest of the ski. If the tip isn't sharpened properly, it's going to deflect in a strange angle. You don't necessarily have to have your tips and tails super sharp, but they've got to be at the same angle as the rest of the edge, and they have to be smooth and sharp, not aggressively sharp. So you'll notice I'm going to come right up to the tip. If I can't seem to get it because there's a lot of little tip dings and so forth, I can use a base file, and working from the top edge to the bottom edge, once again, tang in the upper left, butt of the file in the lower right, I'm going to pull all those little deformations out of the tip edge by hand first. Clean that edge up. Making sure that my cuts go from the top of the edge to the bottom of the edge in this way. So when the ski's moving forward, it actually has a better cut to it, and the edge will hold better. Once I've done that, I can take my edge guide and file, polish that off, get it nice and smooth. Now that we've got the edge sharpened, what we want to do is smooth out the aggressiveness of this filed edge. And we do that with the shop stone. I'm going to use the smooth side, or the 600 grit side of the shop stone. I'm going to do the base of the edge first, just like we did when we took the burrs off, except I'm using the finer side. Once again, right along the base edge. You might have to kick the stone up a little bit to meet that 1-degree angle. As soon as you hear the edge, you're fine, and you can work the stone back and forth. That's okay. All the way to the tail and back. Remember, we want a smooth, sharp edge, not a serrated or burred sharp edge. Right up to the tip. Notice I'm holding this like a harmonica. My fingers are the guide against the base of the ski. You'll never change an edge bevel angle with a stone like this if you use it correctly. All you'll end up doing is smoothing and sharpening your edge. Now that edge is really nice and smooth. Now if I'm racing, I'll probably want to take a few more passes with some more stones, but for recreational skiing, that's probably pretty good. And then we can use a gumi stone, which is it's a rubber stone with an abrasive in it, and this will help polish the edge and take some more of that aggressiveness off. So once again, on the base edge with the gumi stone, and on the top of the edge again with the gumi stone. All the way to the tail. Okay, the edge is nice and clean. Come down with my fingers lightly. No burrs. It feels sharp and smooth. That ski is ready to turn on some ice, hard packed snow, or even powder. Remember, sharp edges make a ski do what it was intended to do, and that's carve turns. It'll help you hold on ice, initiate turns, and be a lot faster than your average edge. A couple of things you can bring with you when you're skiing that don't take up a lot of room and will help you if you happen to hit some rocks and get some burrs on your edges. The tools I bring with me are, one, a gummy stone, the rubber stone with some abrasive in it, and this helps me to polish the edge, also deburr, and also take off some aggressiveness of the edge if I need to. This is a little Arkansas pocket stone at about $7. Comes with a little leather pouch, fits conveniently in a pocket. I can use this to take burrs off my ski right in line. So if I go over a big rock, I end up with a big burr under my foot. I can take it off with this stone, polish it back up with my gumi stone. I also bring a little piece of emery cloth with me just in case. That's for the real tough rocks that you hit and you really need to take the edge down and get rid of them.